her to define what that means and to her and women in business, people in business, not just women, but people in business. And please share, like, tag, comments. If you have questions, you have an opportunity to pick two veteran Black women business owners' brains this evening, and we're celebrating too. To me, which is every day, National Black Business Month. So, but that's
Right.
every day to me. That's every day, all day. So, first thing is, I want Vanessa to introduce herself again properly because I run on and tell us really what she means by beyond the book.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. And Julia, thank you so much for having me on your platform, sharing the stage as we have done so many times over the
Oh
last
my, yes.
10 years. But guys, thank you so much for joining. When we talk about beyond the book, or when I talk about beyond the book, it comes from just experiences I've had and experiences that I think both Julia and I have had with other authors. And that is that whole idea that, okay, I've written this book, now what?
Mhm.
How do I really monetize this message? And there is this thought out there, I call it the field of dreams thought, that if you write it, they will read, or if you write it, they will buy it. And that is not necessarily the case. So that's the first thing, is really understanding what goes beyond that book. And then, of course, we always talk about the book being the new business card, or the book being the business, or as Jack Canfield says, the book is the brochure that people purchase to see if they want to work with you. And so, with all of those different definitions, it's really important for authors to understand, where is this book leading to? Now, you can try to sell $10,000 worth of books, okay? If your profit margin is around $10 per book, you got to find 1,000 people to buy that $10 book. Or if you go beyond that book and come up with products and services, online courses, coaching programs, you can get that $10,000 from just a few people. So that is what I mean when I say beyond the book. Where do you want this book to take you and your business to?
Yeah. I mean, and hopefully you have and if you haven't started writing a book, if you've written a children's book, or you've written a book of poetry, but you think, well, I might want to try my hand at nonfiction, or I want to start being a life coach, or I want to start coaching other people, or people have asked me about, do I coach? Then then you, that's a place for you to start and really start thinking about the end game, the end result. And Vanessa talks about that a lot, of keeping the end in mind and having the end result. But see, a lot of people don't, or if you're like me, you start off, you're not really thinking about the end game. I do now after 13 years and publishing and in business or whatever. I do now, but I didn't then. It was just a book, and I had it in my head, and I got it out, and oh yay, this is so good. And I'm just thrilled that I've gotten a book. But then to be able to turn it into a business is a totally different, as they say, my grandfather used to say, a horse of a different color. It's something
Yeah.
totally different when you get ready to do that. And so we're going to be talking about accountability and having a coach. But if you ever have thought about that, you really need someone to walk you through that process. And hopefully, we'll be helping you get some ideas about walking through that process today, as we're talking about the 5 keys to a profitable business. 5 keys to a profitable business. So, number one, I guess I'm going for the juggler, number one, because this one's the hardest one. This is a tough one, Vanessa. This is the one people think about last. Um, this is the one people like, I gotta do what? I gotta say what? I gotta post what? I gotta do. So, number one is the power in promotion. The power in promotion, the power of promotion. Marketing and promotion is so key to moving your business to be profitable, to moving your book to be profitable, because people won't know. Hey, love, how are you? People will not know unless you tell them. Now, I know in the religious community, we really kind of shunned that whole promotion, but everybody does not have the gift of discernment and knowledge and all of that. Everybody doesn't have that gift. So therefore, we have to kind of put away that adage in business to think we've got to tell them. If they don't know, they will not know. So therefore, having that product, having that graphic, first off, having that message that you want to deliver, and then you can develop and package everything else around it. Promotion is so key to it all. And I know a lot of people say, "Ooh, child, you do too much. You post every day. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you post every day." But how they gonna know if they don't know? If I don't tell them, how they gonna know? And I try not to say too much. I try not. I do post every day, but I try not to go too far overboard. I try to mix it up in promotion. But I've got something to offer. I've got something to sell. I've got something that I feel like will help somebody, will assist somebody, will make their lives better, will answer that question, meet that pain point. You know all the adage. If you've been on anybody's webinar in relation to business, you know they say all of those same things. But we need to make sure, of course, the specifics are there, that your link is active, that easy to find you, that the site is not all over the place, that you test it out before you post it. But you gotta post, boo. I'm sorry. And if the higher the price point, the more you gotta post. The higher the amount of money you want, not just the book, but if you want the program and the other things that Vanessa and I are going to talk about, if you want that, if you want one person to pay you $10,000, oh yeah, you got to be on your hustle and promotion grind to be able to find that person. So just get it in your mind. It's key part of the business cycle. When the major Fortune 500 companies and I won't name them, but the food companies, the clothing companies, the department store companies, when they stop promoting, then you can stop. And when they start telling you about tacos and hamburgers and whatever else, towel paper and toilet paper, which we all use every day, it's not like it's something new. But if they don't promote that I'm the best toilet paper maker in the world, and you got to get my toilet paper because it's the softest, it's the strongest, it's the bestest, then you can stop promoting. But until then, shut it down. Vanessa, you have a comment on the promotion issue, because you know I'm at the soapbox time.
Everything that you said, Julia, is right on point. People will not know unless you tell them. Now, one of the things that has helped me in terms of promotion, because I came in, I was in that church scene, I'm, in the kingdom scene, and I grew up under a pastor whose idea was, listen, it is not about you. And so it was, anti promotion. So it was really hard for me to really get my mindset right in terms of promotion. And that is one of the things that I had to get a coach for. Okay. I had to get help. And one of the things that's really helped me was kind of a change in mindset when it comes to promotion. So I know a lot of times when we think promotion, we think that the whole idea is for us promoting our product. Buy my widget, buy my widget, buy my widget. But that's really not what promotion is about. That is not what entrepreneurship is about. We're not out here just trying to sell something. We are out here trying to solve a problem. There is a problem that we can solve. We have a solution. And so when you see the commercials on TV that talk about buy my toilet paper because it's the softest, it's the strongest, there is somebody sitting going, man, you know what? I am so tired of this lame toilet paper that I have. I didn't know so and so had a toilet paper that was the softest and the strongest. Oh, let me go get that. And and so it's a service. If you are helping someone, if you have a solution to someone's problem and you are sitting on it, you're not telling anybody about it. You are not being a good steward. I'm just going to put it right there.
Oh, come
If
on
you
now.
are not promoting, you're not being a good steward because come on, Julia, listen. If people out there are struggling, I mean, think
Yes.
about what we do. Okay, so
Right.
both Julia and I both publish, we both coach people with writing their books and publishing their books. We both do a lot of the same things. There are 7 billion people on the planet.
Exactly.
Okay, so there's not a whole competition thing or anything like that.
No.
But Julia, I want you to think about the people that have been so blessed by you helping them publish their books.
They say it all the time. They really do. I'm like,
They
oh,
say
I'm
it
so glad. That's
all
my job. That's what I.
They say it all the time. They say it all the time. I mean, I've had clients cry when they've
Yes.
hit a button, cry when they've gotten
Yeah.
their
When they got the proof
to get
copy
the
in their
proof
hand.
copy. Oh man,
Yeah.
it never
Opening the
gets
box.
old.
Oh gosh, we can't tell
Never
you. I
gets old. They get their proof copy in the
uh-huh.
mail, and it's like, oh my goodness, it's just amazing feeling.
Yeah.
Now, if Julia and I decided, well, we publish, but we just not gonna tell nobody.
Right.
We're not gonna tell nobody. Then we're not being good stewards. And
Mhm.
you are doing something. You have a solution out there to somebody's problem.
Right.
And if you're not promoting, if you're not telling, you're not being a good steward. And I'm gonna throw a little hot sauce on it. I don't even like hot sauce. I'm gonna throw a little hot sauce on it. And you are opening those people up to be ravished by the
Yes.
wolves that are out there that don't do it as well as you do.
Yeah. I've had that happen so many times. I just get like, oh, I'm sorry. And you're right about being a good steward of what God placed in your hands. Because, Miles Monroe says the richest place is the cemetery where the
Yeah,
ideas went, where the
yeah.
discoveries went, where people didn't tell anybody, or I don't, if I promote it, then it's all about me. Well, no, it's not all about you because
It's
somebody
not
needs to know. And I've had
me.
so many people say, I've always wanted to write a book. Who does that? I
Yeah,
wonder who does that. And then boom,
yeah.
Julia Royston.
But
Oh, Vanessa does that too.
Julia, think about the number of people, and we've had this conversation, so I know you have had this happen. I've had this happen. How many times have people come to you and said that they spent thousands and thousands of dollars on
Hmm.
someone else
Yeah.
and didn't get their book,
Yeah.
didn't get their product,
Yeah.
didn't get their stuff?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, so many. It hurts my feelings, and it makes me upset to be a publisher to think that somebody would be in my industry. If you're not going to do it, just give the people their money back. And that's
Absolutely.
kind of my motto. If I'm
Yeah.
not going to do it, here's your money back, and let's
But
just move forward.
that is why promotion is so important.
Yes,
So for everybody out there that's listening, because you love your craft, you love your industry, you love what it is you do, you owe it to yourself and you owe it to the people you've been called to serve
yeah,
to let them know that you do what you do.
Exactly, because there is a population, there is an audience specifically that's going to be attracted to you and to your message and the way you are and your personality. It's all a part of that promotions package. It's all a part of not just because there are a lot of other publishers out there in the world, but there are people specifically assigned to me. There are people
Yeah.
specifically assigned to Vanessa. There are people
Yeah.
assigned to Random House and everybody else, Penguin and everybody else. But there are specific people assigned to us. But you want to be a good steward of what God placed in your hands. And another thing too, I've had people say, I'm just broke. I'm just broke. I can't make any. And then I'm like, you got so much giftings in your hand. What do you mean you're broke? That's one of the things, your gift make room for you and bring you before great men. But it also, my father always said, the gifted should never be broke a day in their life because they should be able to create and manufacture and put a price tag. He said, always have something you can sell. Good evening, good evening. Hey, Jacqueline, how you doing, love? Uh, um, always have something that you can put out there on the table and always have something you can sell. Think about the people who sold cakes and sold cookies during COVID and
Yep.
sold meals out of their house to keep the lights on, etc. So your gift has room for you, but you got to promote it. Questions? Oh, you're welcome. Hey, Miss Peggy, how are you? And happy anniversary again. So number two, so the power of promotion. So just get it out of your head that I'm not going to promote it. If I write it, they will come. I put that book out in crickets. Well, did you tell somebody you had it? Well, no, I didn't tell them. But there is, and I often tell people, and this last thing I'm going to say, and we'll move on to the next one, is that there's somebody waiting for that story. There's somebody, especially if it's one of deliverance and overcoming,
Yeah.
there is somebody standing life held in the balance because they don't think life is worth living or they don't think they can
Mhm.
move on to the next steps. And there you are holding that book in your hand or hiding it in those notebooks, which we all started with notebooks, but hiding that book and you need to deliver it to the world. And then after you publish it, you need to tell. You got to tell
Mhm.
that message that he did it for me, he can do it for you. I
Absolutely.
survived, you can too. I made it, so can you.
Yep.
Yeah. So the power is in promotion. You got to tell somebody.
Yep.
You're welcome.
People are literally dying to hear your message.
Literally. Literally.
Literally.
Literally. Oh my gosh, that's so incredible. So message through media. Now this is a place that after you get over that promotion hump, um, getting that message to the masses and taking it to the next level to a larger, broader audience is even more important. And one of the main things it is the message that you have. You want others to know about it, and you want other people to hear about it, and for them to be blessed and healed, and a question answered and problem solved. But it also, on the other hand, it positions you as an expert. It positions you as someone who is stands for that, represents that viewpoint, represents that perspective. So therefore it establishes you as an expert with that initial expertise. If you ask about Vanessa Collins or myself, Julia Royston, they would say publishing. They would say, because we have consistently over years, because that's the reason why I call Vanessa. I say, Vanessa, we got to go live. It's Black Business Month. We need to make a statement. I've been fussing about this for the longest. I need to come out. I cannot just hide it and just be standing on a soapbox frustrated. I have to come out and say something publicly, stream it, and go live with it so it can let other people know it. So it establishes us as an expert in a specific area or and in a specific industry. It comes from our perspective. We might not always necessarily agree with other experts in the field. We can learn from each other, we can glean from each other, but therefore, getting that message out is really key and important. Now, first off, I want to encourage you. to use the media that you have. Now, I'm on internet radio and syndicated in Africa and all of that. Maybe you're not quite ready for that. But the media where you are, use it. So you got that phone, your phone. And those of you who are watching video, here's my phone. If you're listening to me via audio, you got a phone. Most people do. I would say 90% of the world has a phone. And so you can utilize that phone to broadcast your message freely right now. I don't know when it's going to cost, but freely, and being able to post and go live when you want to. Now, of course, being on other people's platforms, I'm currently on my platform, but I'm also being shared on Vanessa's platform. So we have doubled up our reach and our ability to be seen and heard. So therefore, the more podcasts you're on, it possibly a guest on internet radio, television if necessary, because there's a whole lot of television going on, and we were on Zoom and StreamYard and still are in a lot of places. But utilize the media that you have to continue your message. And when people ask you, I need guests for my podcast, and you just ignore it. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for that. That's where that power of promotion is taken up to the next level.
Yeah.
Once you decide, okay, I'm committed to it. I'm scared. My knees are shaking, but I'm going for it. To get it to that next level from your platform to the next level, you're going to need media. You're going to need multimedia. You're going to need audio. You're going to need video. And this, when done correctly and when done well, and with done well to an audience that needs what you have, therefore it'll contribute to your bottom line. I promise you. I promise you. Even if no one's ever paid me to go on their platform, if I didn't pay to be on the platform, I have always drawn attention from someone who saw me, who heard me, who you were on, I saw you on, and it
Yes.
has added to my bottom line every time, every time, every time. So media is so critical and so really important. Um, hey, ladies, how y'all doing? Hey, Thea, how you doing? Hey, Kalina, how are you? Do it afraid. Exactly. Exactly. Vanessa, media. How important is it?
It is so important. And I don't know if, sometimes we take things for granted. Okay. We just, we sit around and we're like, oh, I don't feel like doing this. I don't feel like doing that. I want you guys, I mean, and some of y'all may not even realize this, but do you know that 10 years ago, 15 years ago, you could not even pay for the coverage that you could get today?
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't have the budget for it. That there was just, you would have had to pay to be in a magazine. And I remember first starting out looking at magazine, what they call them, rate cards or something like
Mm-hmm.
that. Looking
Mm-hmm.
at those rate cards and going, oh my goodness, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars.
Not to mention on
Now,
television, the 30-second spot is like
oh my
five or
goodness,
$6,000. They
radio.
ain't running it that often either.
Exactly. Radio spots, all of that stuff. Now you can pick up your phone, sign up for a few platforms, do your Facebook lives. You should have a YouTube channel. I need to update my YouTube channel. So I'm preaching to the choir who ain't quite singing right. So I need to do some of the same stuff. But going live, all of these media platforms are available. They're available, and you have no excuse. I'm going back to, are you being a good steward over the opportunities that God has given you? If you got a phone and can go live, that's an opportunity.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it is. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, that's definitely an opportunity that you can do every single day. Now I'm not one, I got too much going on to go live 4 or 5 times a day, but you can at least go live once, maybe twice a week, and be able to reach a different audience, especially when people, the magnitude and the multiple platform ability to go from your platform to somebody else who shared it, who liked it,
Yep.
and it adds to your bottom line. It adds to the profitability of your business. You ready? You ready to be a book business boss? You ready to take it to the next level? You ready to take that your book beyond the book, go beyond to the next level? One is promotion, two, you got media. Number three, product creation, repurposing your content. Oh my goodness. So, Vanessa, I'm going to let you start on this one.
Woo wee. This is where the rubber meets the road and the money gets in the bank.
Yeah,
Okay, let
come
me
on, go.
repeat that. This is where the rubber meets the road and the money gets in the bank. Product creation. As an author, this is my personal belief, okay? There are 5 or 6 products you absolutely should have from your book. You should have an online course based on your book. You should have a coaching program based on your book. You need to have an ebook based on your book. Now, I'm going to come back to that one because I know a lot of you guys think, oh, an ebook, what's the difference between an ebook and a print book? Yeah, I'm gonna break that down to you. I'm gonna explain that to you. You should be doing workshops based on your book. All of that content you should have in an online store. So, all of these things contribute to your digital dynasty that you can have based on your book. Now, let me tell you the power of an ebook because a lot of times we kind of skip over that. And when I'm talking about an ebook, I'm particularly talking about a Kindle version, but you can do this with a PDF as well. But I really want to focus you on that Kindle version. I want you to understand that an ebook is a powerful technology tool. It is not just your written book on this electronic format. It is a powerful tool. So let me give you an example. So I'm reading your book, and of course, you want to get me as the reader on your list. Okay? That's super important because I always say it, y'all have heard me say it millions of times. Amazon will give you money all day long. I have been a published author with Amazon since 2009. Come hell, high water, pandemic, they've never missed a royalty payment.
Mm-mm.
Never.
Mm-mm.
But what they will not give you is the name and email addresses of the people who bought your book. That's
Exactly.
what's important because those people have said, not only am I interested in this subject matter, I'm interested in your perspective of this subject matter, which means they could be interested in your online course, your coaching program. And so now this $15 purchase could end up getting into a $500 course or a $3,000 coaching program. But unless you know who they are, you can't do what Julia talked about the first time, promotion. You
Yeah.
can't let them know that, hey, I can help you beyond this book because you can read a book all day long, but that's not going to necessarily help you with accountability and help you move forward and answer your questions. How many times have you read a book and you just wished, wow, I wish I could talk to the author? I wish I could ask them questions. So, as I am reading your book, of course, you want to make that opportunity available for me. You want to have a free gift. You want to have something that's going to get me on your list. If you've listened to any audiobook from any major author, you will hear them say, listen, if you want to see these figures or get this worksheet, go to my book bonus, whatever name my book is.com /book bonus, and you'll get all this bonus content. Why are they doing that? So they could get you on their list. If you're interested in that bonus content, chances are you'll be interested in their coaching program. So here's the difference. If I'm reading it in your book to go to this link, I have to A, put your book down, pick up my phone, type in the link to go to your link. Or I got to get on my computer. Or, and this is the worst thing in the world that you want to depend on me to do, and that is I got to remember to do this.
Yeah.
Because if I'm in a good part of your book, I'm not going to put the book down right then to do it. And guess what? I'm going to forget. But in your ebook, in your Kindle book, that link is live. So all I got to do is click the link, touch it with my finger. If I'm reading it on a iPad or a Kindle device, if I'm reading it on my computer, if I'm reading it on my phone, all I got to do is click that link. It's going to take me over there. I can go ahead and put my information in and pop back and not miss a beat.
Mm-hmm.
That is power. That is power. So don't miss that, guys. Don't miss that. Product creation is super important. The other thing that I want you guys to remember, and this is kind of the last thing on this, we often act as if our content gets old and goes
Mm.
stale. Okay, content don't go bad. Okay, it does not go stale. Now depending on what you're talking about, you may want to update it. So for instance, if I am writing something on digital marketing, websites change, platforms change, so I may have to update that and tweak that. But if I'm writing something on my perspective of how to write a book, that don't change. If you're writing a book on prayer or faith or finding your purpose, it doesn't change. And so that content that you have in your book, you need to be repurposing it. The content that's on your blog, you may need to put it in a book. That speech that you have, you may need to put that in a book. There is so much intellectual property that you have that perhaps, here go my word again, Julia, here I go. You're not being a good steward over.
Oh, and the preacher done come out now. The preacher
Okay,
done come out. The preacher done come
you're
out.
not being a good steward. Julia, when you think about it, Jim Rohn, Miles Monroe,
Yeah.
Zig Ziglar, their families are living off of the intellectual property that those gentlemen produced.
Yeah.
You can't pass down your 5 degrees. You can't pass down
Mm-mm.
your 6-figure job, your great career. You cannot pass that down to your children. But your book and your intellectual property, listen, Amazon is going to be paying, not only have they not missed a payment for me, but when I'm gone, you buy intensive faith therapy, Stephanie, David, Derek, they kids, somebody gonna get that $3.50 or
You best
whatever.
believe it. You best believe it. Yeah. I had an author pass away, and I had to, I didn't realize that the author, and when I found out the author had passed away, his widow contacted me, and I said, I have royalties. So, that it does continue and it does live on, and it is evergreen. It doesn't die. It does not die immediately. And, the only thing I would add is, of course, more products, more profits. And if you
Absolutely.
have more products and you did not have to recreate the wheel,
Mhm.
and I have people all the time, maybe that's just my gift and my ability. And I'm like, you do this, you do this. Okay. Did you record it? Okay. Now we can transcribe it, and now it can be in a book. And now you can do your coaching program on it. okay, those 10 things are your 10 chapters, and I'm writing and their heads are spinning, and I'm like, "Lord, I don't know, you sitting on a mint, old mom, old grandma never said you crying, talking about you hungry, you got a loaf of bread under your arm. You got one book, you got 10 posts, you got 10 blog posts. What world? You created content every day. You post something that's yours. That you're creating that content every day.
Yeah,
I had one other time. I said, you got 30 of them? Well, that's a 30-day devotional. You got
exactly.
40 of them? That's a 40-day. What? I didn't think about that. Well, I was
Girl,
just,
we'll take Facebook posts and turn them
baby,
into a book,
they're
make them a
yours.
journal, and
Yeah, she said, well, I go live every Monday. She does a Monday motivation. And I said, are you writing them? Are you reading them from somebody else's book? She said, I'm writing them. I said, oh Lord, just don't talk to me. Just go get the videos. And so you have all of those pieces and able
yeah,
to repackage all of those pieces. So that
yeah,
is key to that, because the more products you have, the more audiences you're able to attract. Because there are some people out
yeah,
there, no, I want the audio book. No, I only want the
yeah.
ebook. No, I just want the paperback. No, I just want the hardback. I just want to, no, I just like that one chapter. Do you have audio? You just,
Mhm.
being able to have those different products and being able to repurpose that content is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now, this next one, so that's number one, power promotions. Just get out your head. We're going to be promoting. Follow us. We'll show you how it's done. And then the messages in the media. You got a phone, you can touch the world. You can go
Yeah.
live and shout out to the world. Number three, more products, more profits. Just say that. More products I have, more profits.
Yeah.
And then number four, technology is your friend. Technology is my friend. Yes, yes. Technology is your friend. Oh my gosh.
Woo!
I don't
This
even
is
know
a
where to
big
start
one.
with this.
All
Well,
right, so let me start. Let me just go on and just start it off.
yeah,
Okay.
because I don't. Well, my biggest thing, first off, is the people say, "Well, I'm really technology challenged." How would you answer that, Reverend Pastor, Ms. Vanessa Collins, Digital Master
So it
Reverend Vanessa
depends on who it is and the day they say it. What
Collins?
mood I'm in. So if I'm in if I'm trying to be nice and sweet and butterflies and rainbows, I'll say, "Oh, okay. Well, let me help you." Now, if you say that and you in my community, if you in one of my membership programs, you in one of my programs, one of my coaching programs, then I'm gonna be like, really? Are you, you know, are you what's it with your fingers? Dexterity? Are you dexterity challenged when you take money out of your wallet? I mean, the people I have seen folks with really bad arthritis that will tell you, "Oh, child, I can't do nothing with my hands." But baby, when it comes to them purses, y'all know them. Y'all know them grandmamas, them church grandmamas, them other grandmamas. Baby, they can handle their purse. Now they may not be able to handle nothing else. They may talk about their hands hurt and all of that, but they can handle their money. When you talk about you technology challenged, then you talking about not being able to handle your money. There's not, you don't have to know everything about technology, but you have to know the things that's going to help you with your money. You got to know how to put a PayPal button up, okay? You got to know. You got to know how to maneuver blue money, because green money don't help you all the time.
Mm-mm,
Cash is not going to help you in the online world.
mm-mm.
So you have to understand, how do I send an invoice? How do I put half a landing page up? Now I know, we talk about branding and all of that, and it got to be beautiful and all that stuff. But Julia, I have seen some of the big boys put some of the blandest landing pages I have ever seen. I mean, you talk about bland. It
You either
got
want it or
the
you don't. Here it is. You want it? Good.
exactly,
Pay for it. There it is.
exactly.
Pay for it.
But it's because they've done number one. They've done
Yes.
the promotion.
Yeah.
They have promoted the problem and positioned their product as the solution. And so when they've done that, you don't care what it looked like.
No.
That's like when you have a headache. You don't care what the bottle look like.
No.
It's you want the solution. And so learn the technology that you need to grow your business and stop making excuses that you technology challenge. Stop saying it. Stop putting it out in the atmosphere. Stop putting it in the ether. Because, okay, so Julia, I need you to tap into your teacher side.
Okay.
Okay. From an educational standpoint and from your years of working with children and the education system and your three full master degrees and your doctor degree, when you constantly tell yourself that you can't do something, that does something to your psyche. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
it's
when that self talk is really important. Like
yeah,
if
I
you
mean,
just constantly say I can't do it, I can't. You won't be able to do it. You really
exactly.
have talking your brain and your mouth take over your body literally. And most people say, "Oh well,
Absolutely.
I can work through it." I'm no baby. When you say that over and over again, and
Exactly.
that old the little train that could, I think I can, I think I can. He did, but that's more than just a little train. That is mind over matter. That's your mouth. That controls a lot of things. So that technology is your friend. When you have a coach, when you have somebody to walk you through it,
Mhm.
you aren't technology challenged. And you have to start where you start. And you're right. I've
Exactly.
seen some of the multi-million sold hundred thousands of dollars. And it was very basic. It was just check out here.
It's
Hey,
very
here.
basic. Yeah. So get out of it has to, stop comparing where you are to where someone else is in
Yeah.
terms of technology and all of that. Figure out what you need to do for your business. You got a book coming out, figure out how you can do pre-sales. Get some help. If you got time, if you are short on money but long on time, then you got to get out there and go to YouTube University and Google it and all of that and figure out how to do it. Now, when you do that, you may make some mistakes. You may not be following the right folks, but at least you're moving forward.
Yeah.
Now, if you are don't even got to be long on money, but if you short on time and you really want to know how to get it done, then connect with somebody that knows what they're doing.
Yep. 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 Technology, digitalmasteryacademy.com. Technology, you ready to get your technology in action so you do not leave money on the table? Digitalmasteryacademy.com. I highly recommend it. I'm in digitalmasteryacademy.com. But start where you start. But start. Start.
Exactly.
Start where you start and start where you can start. You have a book coming out. You need something to be able for people to be able to pay for it. I was at an event just this past weekend. There was very few people who paid with green money. Everybody else was paying with blue money. Very few paid
Yep.
with green money because
And
green money gets
we've
out of
been
your
talking
hands.
about this.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we've been talking about this for years, Julia. This has been the soapbox that you and I have been on forever. And then the pandemic came and shut green money down.
Oh my
It said,
gosh. Oh my
okay,
gosh.
we don't want your cash. I want you to think about that, guys, especially those of you that are over 40.
Yeah.
Could you ever had imagined in a world that we live in where money, cash money, would not be king.
Mm.
I'm back to grandma again. We had them grandmas and great grandmas that, they put a little bit in the bank, but they always had that stash at home. They always had, that money up under the
Oh
mattress
yeah,
and
they did.
in
Oh
the
yeah, they did.
pillowcase and in the Crown Royal bag.
Wherever they could hide it and the other people wouldn't
What-
find it, that's where they
and
had it. But yeah,
exactly. And then March 2020 hit,
yes.
and green money What's you can't do nothing with green money on Amazon.
No, and you can't do nothing with green money if you're home in a digital place. There were no live events. There were nothing. I mean, they're
Exactly.
trying not to shut the world down right now, but I don't know. We'll see how we survive and how we last. So therefore, you have to prepare for it. That's why we're here tonight, to help you think outside the box. How am I going to sell things during the holiday season? Things, how am I going to sell my books? How am I going to sell my products and services? How am I going
Yeah.
to sell this stuff
Yeah.
during if I'm not able to? Here is the product, here's the cash, green money. How
Yeah.
I'm going to collect. And when
Yeah.
I go to events, I was like, how are you going to get what method of transaction do you accept money? I said all of them. What you got? Say, what you got, baby? I got it. I got it all. I takes it all. We don't let nothing stop our cash flow, because technology right now is our friend.
It
Is our
really is.
So you got to figure out how you're going to do that. How you're going to do that. So number one,
Even book launches before you
oh
go,
yeah,
even, your book launch.
yes,
For a lot of people, that has to be virtual now. You're
yeah,
not
yes.
going to be able to get 60, 70, 80 people
No,
come
no,
to the church
no,
fellowship
no.
hall
And then
to
the in the lobby meet sister
exactly.
Johnson, who's had her book released. No, it's not gonna happen.
Exactly. You're not going to be able to do that. So, but you still got to get that baby launched.
Yeah, that's right. So
So you got
therefore,
to
you
learn how
got
to do it
to.
virtually.
You are, and you're gonna have to decide: do I need a whole website, or do I just need a link? Do I
I
need
need a landing page.
PayPal
Yep.
link, or
Yep.
or do I need a Square link, or do I am I able to have a whole website done? Well, Ray Nim not available to do the whole website, and he promised me, my grandson let me down. Go to link, baby. Get your cover. Get the link. You need help? Let's do it. Let's make it happen. So technology is your friend. So number one, promotion. Number two, the message is through media. You have that access now. With your phone, with your iPad, you have that access. Multiplicity of ways, reels, stories. It's mind-boggling and spinning.
Right.
The avenues that you have, that people look at stories or reels before they look at posts anymore. So being able to communicate. I'm not on social media much. Please don't say that to me. Let's roll on. No, number three, product creation and repurposing that content, and knowing that technology is your friend. Determining what that end game is. I've got to get this money, and then I'm going to ship this book. Okay.
Yep.
And then number five, your mindset, accountability, and consistency. So I'm not going to be crash, but I'm going to start off with consistency. Um, but if that guy only called you, when he wanted some favors, and never called you to say hi, happy birthday, happy Monday, what you doing this weekend? Let's go see a balloon race. Let's go see a movie. Nothing else. And he says no. Uh. Then you know that no, that's offensive to me. That's not consistent. So if you only post, if you only promote when you have, oh, I want to sell this, but you haven't been consistent all the way through, that's going to be a clearly a major turnoff. So therefore, we have to go back to the beginning. What's your mindset, the business mindset? the mindset that I have a message to offer. I have something that's going to solve a problem. I have something that is a pain point for somebody else. Somebody who says, I can't get this technology to work. Digitalmasteryacademy.com will help you get that technology to work. The book business bosses are going to help you with that. But the mindset has to be, I'm willing to put it to work. I'm willing to do the S word, sacrifice. I'm willing to submit to the process. I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to submit to accountability. I need somebody to keep me in line. I need somebody to keep me focused and driven. I can't do it all because I can't be in your house. And I know, Jiggy, you're going to keep me focused and you're going to, yeah, I'm going to hold you accountable. And I need for you to do the work though, baby. I can only do so much. And then you got to do your part because in the end game, I'm here to coach you. I'm here to push you to the end. But the coach usually has to stand on the sidelines. When it's time for the game to start, you got to get in the game and you got to do your part. Now, if there's bad coaching, if you don't perform, but once I give you all the tools to perform, I give you the motivation, I tell you how, I give you the plan of action, and you don't perform, we lose the game. We didn't get the championship. And in this case, we didn't get the profits. We didn't make the money that we thought we were going to make. The
And we didn't
business,
help the people.
yeah, you didn't help the people that you meant to help, and they're still waiting there going, where's the answer to my question?
You know.
My problem is still there, and you haven't launched. Vanessa?
Whew. So this is the part of the show where you really have to be honest with yourself. You got to be honest with yourself, and think about what are those mindset limits that's holding you back. Now, your PayPal account is your greatest accountability partner if you are in business. I used to say PayPal, but your Stripe account, PayPal account, your income
Square,
account,
Zelle,
Square,
Cash App,
whatever what it is.
Venmo.
Yeah, whatever one it is, it's your greatest accountability partner. It will let you know if you are serving, if you are helping the people you've been called to serve. Now, if you feel like you should be a six-figure business, then that means you should be providing six-figure solutions and helping six-figure worth of people. Now, if you only seeing $2,000 in your business account, then that means you didn't help six-figure worth of people.
Or promote.
Or
Promote to
promote, or
help
you
six
gave it
figures.
away. It, it,
Yeah.
it indicates there's an issue. So
Yes.
either, you didn't promote, you gave away the store, which is not being a good steward. Uh, you sat down and wasn't consistent, which is not being a good steward. It's going to be your greatest accountability partner. And consistency is key. We have learned, contrary to a lot of digital marketing gurus and stuff that are out there, we have both gone to classes and trainings, and they talk about these 90-day sales cycles and this 30-day sales cycle. Julia and I have figured out, and I don't know if it's just for us, if we are just the odd men out, there are people who have been on our list for years
Yes, ma'am.
before they decide to work with us. And they had to see us being consistent. So I mean, I know for me, I have rolled out classes three, four, five times. And on the fifth time, the people who signed up that I know saw it the first time.
Yep.
But had I not did it again that fourth time or that fifth time, I would have missed out. they would have missed out
Right.
because they wouldn't have got the solution that I had. So get your mindset together. And this is, you don't have to be ashamed. This is no shame, safe zone. If you got to get your money mindset straight, then go get it straight. If you got to get your mindset straight about technology, connect with somebody to get it straight. If you got to get it straight in terms of your message, if you know your message is all over the place, then connect with Julia, get it straight. Don't have an issue and just sit there and be like, okay, well, I know I got this issue and not do nothing about it.
Right. Right. Right.
Accountability, you know, everybody needs a Julia Royston in their life. Now you
Ah.
can't have mine, okay? Not at the level I have mine. You can't have mine,
Oh,
but
I love you too.
get your
Everybody needs a
own.
Vanessa Collins in their life too.
Get your own Julia Royston, but everybody needs a Julia Royston in their life. When I think about accountability and consistency, Julia is truly a gift from God for me in terms of being there, accountable, consistent. We've been doing this for a while. Now,
Hmm.
Julia, I don't know. I ain't never used StreamYard, so I don't know. Can you share a screen?
Yeah, I can. Go to the bottom to see where the share with the plus sign.
Okay, so I can share.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me see. Let me see if this gonna work. Okay,
Just click on
we gotta
share.
try something new. We gotta
Yeah,
push
and then
technology.
it goes to
Okay, so I'm gonna share screen. Okay, no, I ain't got two monitors and all of that.
no, just
Okay.
hit share and then
Okay,
hit
hold
where
on.
you
There
are.
we go.
There we go.
There we go. Let's see if it's gonna let me share. Let me see. Can
Here it is. There it is.
you see my Zoom drive?
Yeah. Oh God, look at there. Share back. Oh my Lord. We got.
I
Oh
went
my
on
gosh.
here, and this is my Google Drive, and you can see all the way back June 2010.
Yep.
We was working on stuff together,
Yep.
planning conferences, retreats.
Yeah.
Here's our meeting agenda. I'll just let me see if this will open up. I want to share the screen. I want to see if it'll open up. Um,
It
does
should.
does it show?
No, not yet. Hit it.
Did it?
Hit it one more time. Double click it.
It's on. I can see it, but I may
Yeah.
not.
Okay. Would you? I don't know if you had to go back
Okay,
and
let me
yeah, go
start
back and share it
again.
again.
Okay, let me come back and share it
Yeah, I
again.
can't believe you found from 2010. Oh my Lord. That's
Girl,
when we was
listen,
preparing for them
that
summer writing
stuff,
conferences,
that
writing
stuff
workshop. Remember
right
on U of L's
there.
campus? Oh my gosh.
Listen, that stuff right there. Let me get.
Okay,
Okay,
so while Vanessa's finding that
there we
and
go.
going live and sharing, okay, so you're gonna see. Oh, that's
This
20. Yeah, that was 2012.
this
But
one is Saturday mornings,
yeah.
2012.
Fix BK Royston Publishing site. Fix JuliaRoyston.net site. Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
I mean, so I want you guys to understand that, when you see somebody that looks like, oh, they're doing good, and it just looks like stuff just happens for them easily. A lot of times,
Scroll down. You say VLC look into podcasting for Julia. Woo wee. You need to come along. Look into podcasting. Oh, child. Did you see that? Look into my Lord.
look.
Okay,
And
child.
so when you see her, so when you see Julia with this syndication in Africa and internet radio and podcasts and all of that, and it's like, oh, Julia, you did all this stuff 2021 and 2020. The foundation started in 2012.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's been a long process. I mean, Vanessa's babies and husband and everybody was sleep, and Brian was on third shift and sleep, and we were like, okay, we're gonna jump on there at 8 o'clock, and we're gonna, having that accountability is really so key to it all. That and being able to have somebody who is allows you to be honest and transparent is really key to it at all.
Yeah.
Really key to it all. And then another thing too, when we're talking about the accountability, if you're unsure of your message, if you're unsure if your book cover matches what your message is going to be sure and ask somebody, get some help, get a
Yeah.
coach, because there's nothing worse for me than seeing somebody with a book. And I right now I'm still able to go in live in person events, and no, I can look at that book cover and say, if you had just tweaked one thing, they would be literally flying off your table. But because it is not connecting to your audience, or it's not presented in a way that says, yeah, that will solve my problem, especially children's books. Children
Yeah.
are selecting the book, the parents are not. So I
Yeah.
just want to give you that hint tonight, that children are selecting the children's books. If they're attracted to it, I've had children grab the book and hold on to it. I don't know if the mama intended to buy it or not, but she knew if she took that book out of that baby's hand, she was going to start screaming and yelling. She said, how much is it? She didn't
I love
even know
that.
what
I
it is. How
love
much is
that
it?
when the parents are like, okay, listen, so I gotta balance this. Is it worth, is this $15 in my pocket
Yeah.
worth me having this child hollering and screaming
Screaming and
all the
falling
way
out in the
home?
thing. No, it's not.
And it's like, nah, listen, now
How
let me
much is it? Do
go.
you take cards? Yeah, yeah, baby, I take cards. But the having that consistency and having that, I can't. Vanessa can always remember. But we used to go live and nobody would show up. I mean, I've had that time where nobody came, and I would say, "Van, log in here," because the software wouldn't even work unless we had somebody else with us.
Excuse me, never
Yeah, excuse me. If
excuse
we
me.
could, it wouldn't even go. I couldn't even record. I couldn't do anything. That was before Zoom. That was before
Mhm.
StreamYard. That was before all of that. I couldn't even get it to do anything unless I had somebody else. And I was like, Van, I know you're busy. You don't have to do anything. Just log in and just let it sit there. And that's what she would do, log in and let it sit there. And I would record like I had a room full. Hi, I'm Julia Royston of BK Royston Publishing, helping you get your message to the masses, turn your words into wealth, and be a book business boss. Today, we're going to be talking about, but we get back to repurposing that content. I
Yeah.
can't, I probably needed to promote more, and I'm not going to say I'm a promotion queen. I wasn't back then. I'm better at it now. I do it more often now, but I had to keep going. I couldn't stop
But
and say,
that
oh,
opened
nobody
up,
came. Oh.
but Julia, that opened up your comfort level so that when 2019, 2020, 21 came and it was like, oh, we need you to do internet TV or internet radio and,
Yeah.
video here, and this is going to be syndicated over there.
Right,
You're
right.
not like, oh my goodness, I've never done this before.
Right, right,
You're
right,
like,
right. Oh
no.
well, yeah, yeah. I'm getting there. I'm getting. But another thing too is I've had somebody say, and the person was going to make a presentation. Now this one we've talked about. Vanessa and I have talked about consistently or over time, that what would happen, and it's been posed to us by our business coach and other events that we've been in. To if something happened and a speaker or presenter could not was not available. Of course, we were thinking in person and the plane was delayed and they couldn't come. Could you make a presentation in 5 to 10, 15 minutes with what you represent and what you talk about to the audience? And I've had that happen. The night before, someone said the person's not available to do it. They couldn't get the presentation, couldn't get the video to work. Can you do a presentation? And sure enough, I hit Zoom and said, hi, and here we go. And then it was, and I sent the video and there it went. And I was like, oh my God. I did. He was like, oh, thank you, thank you. I'm like, okay, but being able to be available, being able to be consistent, being able to not quit on yourself, being able to say,
Oh, go back there. Stop. stop right there. Don't go past that one because I think that's the biggest. That's one of the
Don't
biggest
quit
things.
on yourself.
Don't quit.
Don't
Can
quit.
you
Don't do it.
imagine had we quit in 2012?
Yeah, or
In
2015. In 2015, or if they had been able to talk me out of retirement in 2018 or 2017, or
yeah,
and not had my focus and my goal, and I wouldn't be in it full time 3 years in. I would be,
yeah,
and Vanessa would have been like, "Girl, I'm so sick of hearing you talk about going hard 3 5 years in the paint, and you ain't started yet." But I did. I kept that. I really did. And I said, I'm going hard 3 to 5 years hard in the paint. And I'm in year 3, headed into year 4. And well, I'm really into year 4 now. And so consistency,
yeah,
accountability, having what I say come out of my mouth to Vanessa and others to hold me accountable. But a lot of my accountability is in my head because I don't want to quit on me. I don't want to let myself down. Even those days where, oh,
you
help.
got to stick with it. But you know what? The thing is, we show up for everybody else.
Yeah,
You got to show up for yourself.
yeah,
So if you may not, those that are listening, you may not be 12, 13 years into it. You
mm,
may be year 2, year 3, and there may be obstacles, there may be challenges. You have to push through. You
yeah,
just absolutely have to. There is no other option. You have to push through. If you don't quit on other people, if you show up for everybody else and show up for everybody else's dream, then you got to show up for yours.
yeah. And put the passion in, put the time in, and the mistakes in. Because there's always, that didn't work. Oh, that didn't happen. Oh, that it's always that's a part of the learning. I mean,
Yeah.
I have control issues, I have perfectionist syndromes, but when it don't work, I just like, oh, it didn't work. Okay, we gotta fix it. Come on, Van, help me fix it. I mean, clearly, I confess my theme of my website didn't work, and I'm like, help, man, help! It won't even load. I can't have and she got it fixed. Yep, she got it fixed for me, and so I was just thrilled that I was out there, had a website out there. So what if I hadn't built one? What if I didn't have one?
Yeah.
There wouldn't be nothing to fix. But I can't give
Absolutely.
up on me. I can't quit on me. And I know that you don't want to quit on you either. Living a part of living your best life is showing up for yourself. And you've showed up for your kids. You've showed up for Big Mama. You've helped all your aunties and all your uncles and your job and your boss. Set
And
aside
your
time.
church.
And your church and your community and the people down the street and everywhere else and the nonprofit and everywhere else. But what do you love? What do you want to do? And sometimes you have to sit down and go get a notebook and a pad, a pencil, and go sit by as I say, go sit by that creek and get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and a bottle of water and figure that out and determine that. Sometimes you may have to have that family meeting that brings you to that place to, okay, this is what I'm doing, this I'm going for. If you're single and alone, you just need to make up your own mind and go for it, child. You don't have no committee, no husband and kids and to figure it out and all that. You just make it happen. All right. So I hope that you've been helped by our 5 keys to a profitable business. That if you have questions real fast, because we done gone over my hour I intended, because see, me and Van, we could talk a long time, especially about this, because this
We
is
did
really,
good. We only went 9 minutes over.
yeah. I mean, well, but we're really question. Yeah, Miss Bessie, you have on my lawn. You ready? I'm now a great girl, but I still have hopes for my book. Yes, and we're gonna get that book done. Yes, ma'am. Oh, yeah, Miss Peggy, you're gonna definitely show up for you, and I can't wait for your book to be out too. But if you're ready to move forward, you're ready for the help that you need to take your book beyond where it is right now. You're ready to go beyond the book. Number one, reach out to digitalmasteryacademy.com. Visit there for accountability, for technology, for help as an author, as a business owner. And then visit beabookbusinessboss.com. And I have when is your next class? When's your next opening for Digital Mastery Academy?
So our next class is product creation for authors. It
Okay.
is September 15th. And anybody that's interested in looking at that, you can go to productcreationforauthors.com. You'll find the link there on Digital Mastery Academy.
Gotcha. Go to digitalmasteryacademy.com and then find the product creation for authors.com. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Product creation for authors, and that starts September 15th. And then be a book business boss. The next 12-week coaching program starts on September 2nd. So beabookbusinessboss.com. From author to entrepreneur is my free download, and feel free to visit there so that you can take your book to the next level and get all the help you need. We're here for you. We've been going hard in the paint. What are we now? 10, 11 years, 12 years. Let's see. When did you move down near me?
2009.
2009. Okay.
Yeah.
So we've been together for 12 years. So
Yes. Yes.
we have been together for a long time, building each of our businesses, publishing companies, other branding for 12 years. And some of you may not know the story that uh, before I really gave over to entrepreneurship, I was always a singer. And so I always sang, and somehow on MySpace, you can imagine how old, long ago it has been, because most people are not on MySpace anymore. But they were having keep it or keep them, kick them or keep
Kick 'em or keep 'em. Keep
yeah,
'em or
kick
kick
them
'em,
or
something like
keep
that.
her, something like that. And it was in Hammond, Indiana. And Brian and I, my husband and I, went up to Hammond, Indiana. And then we went one time, and then we ended up going back again for a second time. And Vanessa's husband was being relocated near me in Southern Indiana. So, and as they say, the rest is history. So she didn't know anybody here in the area. And then, as they say, when I said she would be 10 minutes from me, it's been on and popping ever since. I didn't jump on her doorstep right away. I gave her a few weeks to get her, as they say, clothes put away out of the boxes, out of the boxes. But we've been in on this business journey and publishing journey and writing journey ever since. And to be quite honest and be quite frank, we have our friendship is such that we are really committed to helping each other in business without the whole competition and oh my god she's doing it, oh my god I didn't do, and oh my god she made, and oh my goodness. So we're committed to that. So don't come for us. We don't play that. Don't pit one against the other because it
It
is
don't
not gonna
work.
work. And
It
if you
don't
come over
work.
here, I'm gonna send you back over there.
Do the same. I'ma send you
So
home.
yeah, we many have tried it. But as they say, many have tried it. You're welcome, love. You're welcome.
Hey,
Many have
Velvet.
tried to break us up. Hey, Miss Gwen, how you doing, love? Many have tried to break us apart, believe you me, but it's not going to happen. Not if I can help it. So, yeah, sisterhood for life, but we really want each other to succeed. You're right, Jackie. We really want each other to succeed. And believe you me, there's some things I'm going to do, Vanessa's not going to do. And there's some things Vanessa's going to do. I don't have the grace to do it. And so, therefore, it's no it's not a competitive thing. We're competing against ourselves to be our
Yeah.
best self. That's the biggest thing. And what I find, I let her know. What she finds, she let me know, and I'm like, I ain't ready for that. You go on, girl, tell me how it was. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna go over here and figure out how this thing works, and I'll come back and tell
Yep.
you.
Yep. Absolutely.
I'll come back and tell
Absolutely.
you how that thing work. Yeah, we love you too. Hey, Kalina. I'm hoping to
Hey.
get to Texas this year, but I don't know. Y'all got things rolling up and around the world. So I think y'all getting ready to put me back in the house. I'm gonna be back in this office for a while. Yeah, it is genuine, and you know it is. You've been in the room with us because you know we ride or die. Hey, yeah, thank you, love. Thank you.
Thank you,
I love y'all
Jackie.
too. Thank you, Jackie. We appreciate you. So let me put these up one more time. Digitalmasteracademy.com. Reach out, inform, have a conversation. Is it still talkwithvan.com?
Yes.
Yes, talk with
Yep.
Van. Your calendar.
Talkwithvan.com.
Talk with
Yes.
van.com, and mine is talkwithroyston.com. But go to digitalmasteryacademy.com, beabookbusinessboss.com. We got them .coms on look.
Yup.
So
Yup. Yup.
we got to do it. We got to do it. I know. Yeah, Kalina. So final word is, you ready to take your business to the next level? And I really just really admonish you, like we just do church. I really do admonish you to really think about creating wealth, and as well as helping others during this digital, virtual, and online space, to really be prepared for that digital, virtual, because you want to be able to make money in a time that is definitely uncertain. And we appreciate jobs. I do. I appreciate the years I was there and retire, and but being retired and having options and have the ability to make money at my own pace and at my own rate is a beautiful thing. It's a wonderful thing. The ability to launch and not have to get a committee to ask their opinion is a wonderful thing. Having people who want to work with me and who need what I have to offer is a phenomenal thing. So on behalf, I'm Julia Royston. That's wonderful, Vanessa Collins. And I pray that you get your message to the masses and turn your words into wealth. And if I can help, reach out. Talkwithroyston.com, talkwithvan.com. And let us help you take it to the next level, to be all that you can be. You all be blessed. Have a great day. Bye bye.